What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today is December the 10th. I want to give you a quick pre-market update, some hot points to watch for, and what big money is doing. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So starting off, big thing for today is going to be the interest rate decision. Right now, the market is assuming a 25 basis point cut is coming down the pipeline. So that's going to be a big thing for the market. And then what Powell says afterwards. Aside from that, this morning we did have mortgage applications, mortgage market index, all coming in pretty on point, signaling demand is definitely increasing. Markets liking that. So Dow is up 0.07, S&P 0.04, NASDAQ up 0.01. So nothing too crazy, although we are seeing extremely low volume. So there's a certain level of hesitation about later today. Currently, fear and greed index is under the fear category. So in theory, people's appetite for risk isn't all that great. It is improving from what it was, but again, just kind of keep that in mind. Only thing I really wanted to bring up today that's new information somewhat, or at least could allude to something crazy. Trump just saying changes are coming to the feds. And so the market generally doesn't like uncertainty. I think everyone and their dog knows that Trump wants Powell out. I don't think he's going to actually fire him, but if he does, that would be crazy. So, well, that should be a fun time. Market, every time Trump's brought up this type of uncertainty, generally the market doesn't like that, on a side note. But getting right to it, SOFI is pretty flat, nothing really crazy. So it is just piggybacking off the broader market. No news from them today. Shorts are currently returning roughly around 97,000 shares. 9.8% of the free float is being shorted. Works to be 115.7 million shares overall being shorted. A couple points to watch for though. With it at 26.75, it is trading between this S1 and this S2. So ideally, it does close above 27.04 just to start building up some good momentum. Flip side, 26.22 is going to be a strong support. Aside from that, NIO. NIO, again, similar to most stocks, are actually flat. Unless it's more speculative in nature. But yeah, NIO, nothing really crazy coming out from them. Shorts, although, are increasing 354,000 shares during the pre-market. 11.27% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 155 million shares overall are being shorted. So this is definitely crazy because you see shares on loan being at roughly 70 million and 155 million shares being shorted. So there's a lot of potential naked shorting happening with NIO. Very difficult to prove though, so I'm sure there is more to it, or maybe there might be a glitch. Right now for NIO, with that 501 trading between this pivot and this S1, they really do need to get above that 507, close above that today. If not, we'll definitely be seeing some more consolidation. Stay tuned for my dedicated NIO video later today, because there was some pretty key Chinese data that did come out. But 480 is going to be the next strong support. Moving on, a lot of volume. I believe this is the most heavily traded stock during the pre-market. Ticker ENVB. So it is up 101%. No news, but there was a prospectus that did come out. That prospectus is simply just registering shares. So this is where whenever you see a stock and have crazy price action, when typically there isn't really any good substantial news, always pop over to dilutiontracker.com. As I mentioned, I don't even have a paid subscription to this. All you need to know is just simply scroll down, look at how many warrants there are, as well as convertibles. So they have a convertible note and preferred. So in general, this most likely is dilution. Nothing really wrong with that because you can always ride the wave up, but leave it more for the experienced traders, because as soon as someone turns off the kind of dilution machine, if you want to call it that, then things go down very fast. So this one you can definitely make some good money on, but again, just do your own due diligence and all the other fun jazz. Shorts are increasing roughly around 6,000 shares. 10.51% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 54,000 shares overall being shorted. And given where it is at now, it's above all the key fib levels. Looking at the classic, in theory, 1387 is going to be the next strong target, and then 1014 is going to be a strong support. So just kind of watch for either of those. Moving on, ticker is POM. It is down 69%. I wanted to throw this one on there only because it's been relatively stable. There hasn't been any speculative news, no press releases, no SEC filings, no random tweets from management, board members, anything like that. So this stock is definitely interesting. So it might be a little bit of an overreaction. At the same time, it is bouncing off of this, the S3, so 162. At least when I was preparing for this video, it was exactly at that 162 point. So for those of you that want to day trade, this one might be a good one to kind of enter. So $1.62. As far as recovery, logically, I don't see any real reason why this is going down just yet. So unless something does surface maybe in the next hour or so, I would feel like this is a pretty good day trade. Aside from that, shorts are increasing 103,000 shares. Only 1.15% of the free float is being shorted. Works to be 536,000 shares. So add ticker POM to your watch list. And then last but not least is HPE. So HP stock, obviously. It is nothing really crazy going on. It's just a lot of volume. It is down 0.61%. No news, no SEC filings, other than 144s. A couple 144s were submitted after hours yesterday. So most likely that's the attributing factor why it is going down. So one of these is most likely directors, I would assume. Yeah, so John, officer, selling 21,000 shares. And then the other one right over here is a most likely officer as well. And this one is, yeah, Jeremy Cox, officer, selling 50,000 shares. So that's the reason why it's going down. Shorts are returning 111,000 shares. 4.65% of the free float is being shorted. Works to be 61 million shares overall being shorted. So the fact that shorts are returning shows that maybe it's the red is unjustified. Right now with that 2460 though, it is trading between this R2 and this R1. 2405 and then 2519 is going to be the next on target / resistance point. So let me know your thoughts on these stocks. What other stocks are you kind of watching? One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades, worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.